Hashtag doesn't count as outside.
Oh, damn.
Hashtag free Wayne 2014. Wayne's been
Sitting
locked
in a
inside for
bus
too
stop.
long by his own mind. We need to free him from himself by killing himself. Hashtag free Wayne 2014. I don't know. I don't know how hashtags work.
Yeah.
I'm not 15.
Wayne hashtag to me the other day because Wayne was. I first like Wayne hashtag something stupid, and I was like hashtag go fuck yourself, Wayne. I was like, is that how they work? If anybody's watching this and we put this out for any reason,
Yeah.
I want to start a Twitter trend. I'll if when this episode goes out, I'll put it on the Twitter, the 2 followers we have, and it's gonna be hashtag Wayne's a hoe.
Or hashtag doesn't count as outside.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Hashtag doesn't count as outside. Hashtag Wayne's a hoe. Hashtag free Wayne 2014.
Well, it's like how I definitely don't put Wayne's a hoe as a tag in every YouTube video I've put up. I mean, what? Well, that's quite impressive, Jesus Christ. Oh, dear God.
So,
That
welcome
was,
to the podcast. This is
podcast!
This is a random, not even an MMO cast. What
You
am I
nearly
doing?
said MMO.
No.
Yeah, that one cast that's out regularly every week. Oh, wait, no.
Yeah.
No.
This is an update / E3 recap cast because we didn't put one out for E3.
No,
last
we wanted
we
to do an
didn't.
E3 one and then...
And then Tom decided he didn't want to leave the house.
No, I decided I wanted to leave the house. That was the problem.
Oh, right, yeah.
I left the
Damn.
house to do other things, and it was scary, and I'm never going to do that again.
Yeah. So this is the E3 recap cast weekly and Wayneless again.
Yep.
But it's alright, guys. We got a special guest with us today.
We've got Cindy Crawfish with us once again.
Hey, Cindy, say something. God damn it, Cindy.
She's being coy tonight. We might get a word out of her. I don't know.
He's
We'll
playing
see.
with her tentacles.
Well, now, hey, they're not tentacles.
Cindy's
They're
a
like
real-
Feelers.
A real tease.
massive.
Should have called it Zoidberg.
Because then I'd have to get a soundboard out and play that Zoidberg. You'd be like, "What do you think of this?" So I'd be like, that's too much effort. Anyway, yeah. So in this podcast, I guess we'll be talking about the bits we were interested in from E3.
Yeah.
We'll probably slightly touch on the Steam summer sales, which have just started, and
So far, not so good.
yeah,
I'm just saying.
nothing amazing so
No, I
far.
I mean, it's only been 24 hours, whatever.
Yeah.
With the Steam sales though, it's always like they have a they build up and then occasionally there'll be one where it'll be like loads of random games and like this game is now 99p. But we'll get onto that in a bit. I mean, should we start or finish with?
We start with
We'll
our like
finish.
update stuff.
Yeah,
Just a quick chat as to our video schedule and stuff.
as you may have noticed, all 10 of you, that there was no video last
We
week.
have a whole 10 people listening.
We regularly get about 16 views. In fact, our We Suck At actually doesn't do too bad.
Yeah, that's alright.
42 at the very least.
Wow.
We might earn like £1 eventually. Whee!
A pound.
By
We'll
next
divide that
year.
up between
Yeah,
us.
the only problem is that all money's going to Wayne's account. Think we
Damn it.
Yeah.
We done goofed.
Yeah. So made to change that.
You might start taxing it or something.
Yeah, sorry, we sound like Wayne's dead. He's not dead. Or he's not
Yet.
Yet.
Damn it, baby.
Yes, but we due to the sorry, Matt, I'm going to say this out loud on the podcast. Due to the unreliability of the MMO
God
cast,
damn it.
Yeah.
we've sort of decided to drop that for a while until times as such where we have...
until either they can start doing it regularly, or they can build like a back catalogue
Backlog,
over a
yeah.
week or so and then start releasing them.
That's
but
always
I
the
mean,
plan, but it just we never seem to.
yeah. Well, we
seem to
don't
build
know
up that
what's going on.
catalogue.
That's not our problem. We've got our own series.
Yeah,
Fuck you.
we started our own series now, so
Screw you guys.
Oh God.
That's awful.
You need like a burp counter, like
Yeah.
ding every time.
but yeah,
dear.
so for the time being, the MMO cast will be put on hold.
Yes.
What we put here for the time being, I'm guessing it will just be like a weekly news recap.
It could be, yeah. We're either going to do like a weekly news recap, or we are looking at a few other short video ideas we're going to do. We still need to go through and decide. It's just a matter of, because a couple of us still have really weird work schedules, so it's difficult to get people there at the right time. I mean,
That's the main factor as to why we don't actually have the MMO cast. By the way,
Yeah.
guys, it's the work schedules.
It's the work schedules and it's like I can understand it's quite difficult to get more than one episode done in at a time.
Yeah.
Unless you're speaking about the same thing and you can split it up into two, it becomes quite difficult. So yeah, I mean it's. Yeah, so for the time being, if you enjoyed the MMO cast, then
Well, I actually really do enjoy the MMO cast, but like you said,
he enjoys listening to his own voice.
Fucking narcissist.
Yeah, no, but yeah, carry on. Sorry, yeah, it's just it's good. Like I've had a lot of positive feedback from people on that. I've had a lot of people say that it's clear that you guys do know what you're talking about. You haven't just played an MMO for 10 minutes and gone, "Oh, this one's crap." Like you've actually gone into the
sounds
mechanics.
like
I'll
how
admit
I play them.
I've done
Yeah.
that for like an MMO or two.
Well,
Yeah,
we
but
did
this-
that on Villagers and Heroes,
Yeah,
but that
Villagers and
was
Heroes,
crap.
that was a
Just
legit.
all right, and here's the MMO section of the cast, guys. We played Villagers and Heroes. It sucked. There you go.
It's like
that's this
RuneScape's
week's.
older, slightly more Down syndrome brother.
It was.
I don't mean to offend people with Down syndrome, but I will call you Villagers and Heroes.
You
I
are a
don't
hero.
know. Yes, but not a villager. God,
That's
that game
reserved
was
for
so
us.
bad.
It was. I mean,
Proper pants.
I think. Well, what did we ended up? We had a laugh fishing for a
Yeah,
while.
we were just fishing. That was the best part.
I'm sad.
Of it.
I'm sad that I deleted that video because I could have put that bit here. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
So the MMO cast, it will eventually, I hope, make a return because it was a lot of people did like that. So
Yeah. The reason we didn't have a We Suck At video last week was because of numerous technical difficulties, which I'll briefly summarize. One, somebody was recording in a fucking full free resolution so he can use his footage mass. Two, somebody recorded it in 720 instead of 1080.
And
So-
it was. I don't
so-
understand. I must have rendered it wrong because it was full screen when you did it. When I rendered it, obviously it must have.
Yeah,
just
I
shrunk
think it's just
down.
because my project is has to be open in a 1080p format because my video is 1080p.
But I rendered it in 1080p, so the video was.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I don't know, but basically, yeah, my video
Basically, he
footage
goofed
was
up.
terrible.
Yeah.
Maths was even worse.
Mine
so
was
it
worse.
basically, I got incredibly annoyed editing
I wish
it.
you'd
I got
included
really,
the quality of video, like just
Yeah.
downgrade and
I
just
just got,
like,
I got really
scrolled along
depressed
each
because I was
platform.
like, I like these videos. I think they're usually fairly decent. But
Yeah,
it's like, oh
He did-
goddamn, we had so many technical problems trying to get the game started and running. Then we had the video problems. Then when I came to render it and upload it, it wouldn't fucking render and kept crashing. I was just like, fuck this shit. I will solve it another day. I've had enough. So that's why, basically, because of numerous technical difficulties. But well, I guess as the next Tuesday or Wednesday
it's Tuesday.
sort of time, yeah, the next Tuesday after this comes out, we'll be back on schedule. I think.
Whee.
I've got Awesome Noughts working again. Turns out I had to render it in only like 4.5 frames difference, and it works. So we'll have Awesome Noughts Part 1 and 2, and then sort of continue as normal,
Yeah,
moving on to other games and stuff.
yeah. I think we were debating whether to just release it a day late or something as well,
Yeah.
but we decided against it and decided because there wasn't a cast last week either that we could have just had this whole
Yeah.
3 yes.
Nice.
We could have just had this whole like yeah, we have a week and then we can explain where we are, where we're going, and then from there we could sort of
Yeah, I
restart.
mean, So for the time being, We Suck At is going to continue. Obviously, monthly cast still going to continue. We should be able to get those done
Yeah.
between us two going away, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going away on the 7th
Yeah.
for 2 weeks, and you're going away on the
Like
23rd-ish.
23rd-ish,
For how long?
like 2 and a bit weeks.
So we may have to do.
Well, you can always 3-man without me.
Yeah, we could do.
It's a freeway.
Right?
It already is,
Well, it
mate.
is now.
Yeah,
Damn it.
it might be a
Damn.
2-way. I mean, you never know
Yeah.
because we're not sure.
Yeah, it depends. But yeah, so the normal main content, which is the monthly cast, will still be coming out fine. We Suck Out. We just had kind of a 1 week delay on it because of technical problems, and the MMO cast is like kind of on hold for now. We'll see where we go with that.
Yeah, so we were debating whether it carries on like sporadically, but I think it's better if it's either.
I think we do need to build up a catalogue. I don't want to just keep throwing in random
Yeah.
episodes every couple
I
of
don't-
weeks. It's not fair.
We've also sort of toyed with the idea of expanding ourselves slightly.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey,
But,
especially Wayne.
Yeah, just like because there's 4 of us and there's 2 doing one series, 2 doing another. We've had a bit of an issue with if one person doesn't turn up, then we've had
Yeah. And there's also the fact that like we have to, whoever films the video, like I tend to record and edit most of the stuff for, say, like We Suck At, and then
Yeah.
obviously if we can get your recording working,
Mm.
we use that footage as well and whatever.
Yeah.
But then I have to edit it around my work schedule and stuff, which, you know, depending on how far in advance we film it, can be difficult because it depends what shifts I'm working,
Yeah.
whether I'm going to be at home to upload it and that kind of thing. But yeah, it'd be nice to have more people to work with. So if you're listening
And you want to get in on this?
and you want to get in on this
Get in on
sweet
this.
three-way.
Oh yeah.
Well, actually, it's not. There's 4 people. Cindy's here. Come on,
Yeah.
let's not be
yeah,
racist.
we-
just
we-
just
Cindy,
because
yeah.
she's the biggest of Mass's crabs. Hashtag doesn't count as outside. But yeah, so it'd be nice if we could, you know, not exactly on the same scale, but I mean, Achievement Hunter has tons of people behind the scenes that just edit their stuff. It'd be fantastic if we knew someone who could play games with us and be in a video and then just edit it and get it up in a
So
couple
do
of weeks.
everything for us.
Not everything, because
Most
I
things.
still enjoy editing a lot. That's one thing that annoyed me about We Suck At being delayed, is like I enjoy editing it, but it's still gone to shit before I've even got it in goddamn Premiere.
Yeah. Editing's good fun. I mean, it's gonna be really quiet because I'm also drinking it in. But yeah, We Suck At is good fun to do. Editing is great fun to do. With my Kane and Lynch video, that, to be honest, after watching it for the millionth time, it's not as funny as it was when I first made it.
Yeah.
I find it really fun.
I
like it.
There's a lot of people that like it, but it's just like I enjoy editing it. Editing. It's become a crazy frog.
Oh god.
But I enjoy editing it and that sort of thing. But it's just finding the time, because now obviously we started doing Beefy Sandwich. I got a new job, that sort of thing. So it's very difficult for me to get to that point where I can do that, do college work and Beefy Sandwich at the same time.
Yeah.
So I edit the podcast still, because that's one of the ones that takes the least time. But it's just, you know, when during the summertime, like I think starting from next week when college finishes, I have a free 2 months basically, so I can just do anything.
Yeah, I mean, one thing I like about We Suck At as well is, apart from the latest episode that will be coming out next, which ended up kind of dragging on a bit too much, so I had to cut it down a lot. It's a lot of kind of almost a supercut of all the crap jokes we made in that match with Awesome Noughts.
Yeah.
Usually it's just kind of, we play a game for about an hour or so, and then I trim it down to a couple of episodes.
Yeah.
So, you know, there's not too much heavy editing involved, which is why I have the time to throw in stupid shit like the 360 no scope, or like the randomly epic intros and stuff like that.
He loves those intros, by the way. He absolutely
I'm
revels
quite
in
proud
those
of them,
intros.
because it's like epic music and the most boring bits of footage from the last episode merged together.
Yeah, I think we did this one quite well, because the 2 episodes are 2 different matches.
Yeah.
So I think we handled the transition quite well in this one.
God, we got so
Man,
painful.
we really suck at that
Yeah.
game.
Yeah,
Well,
like we genuinely.
Yeah, we genuinely tried.
We
really
weren't
did.
weren't even ramping up the difficulty obscenely like with Left 4 Dead.
Difficulty.
We did get dicks to be fair. We
Yeah.
got completely fucked.
I mean, like for one thing we noticed, we've done 3 different sets of videos. The first one was Portal, where it was difficult, but we struggled and we got through it.
Yeah.
Looking back on it, if we looked at it now, it'd probably take us 5 minutes. It took us
Yeah.
45. Left 4 Dead, we racked up the difficulty, and it was too difficult to a point where we couldn't finish it. And Awesome Noughts is just a game that we're not very good at.
Yeah.
So
we
we've
have
gone
no
through
idea
3
what we're
different
doing.
experiences with the games,
Yeah.
and I feel like that. I like that.
I think like the possible, we're still considering a few different games, especially now the Steam sales are on. We're gonna try and pick some stuff up and build almost like a special catalog just for that series.
Yeah.
But I think one of the games that I bought today is
That
not
could work.
it's not so much just gonna be us sucking at the game. It's probably gonna be this game
Yeah.
sucks as much as anything.
The game isn't so much we suck at games, that we suck at picking okay games
Yeah.
to play.
That's going to be I think that's going to be the case in that one. But
Yeah, so-
I think it could be a bit like Portal. I mean, we'll probably start bringing back Portal. We might even go through a bit of the multiplayer campaign.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some things we could do, you know, a few times, or do short series on. Like we
Yeah.
could try Left 4 Dead and slightly crank down maybe
Yeah.
in the future.
Yeah, we're toying with the idea of maybe playing a short game but on a higher difficulty than normal.
Yeah.
So then we will suck at it, but then we can actually have a small series out of it, just to sort of prolong that sort of idea. Because I mean, we've got games like, I mean, me and Mass. There's an infamous between me and Mass. There's an infamous Rocket Birds video.
Oh, excited
was we
about this.
finished the entire game in one sitting, but I forgot to turn on my microphone. So that game.
You see the problems we have, guys. It's
Yeah, technical difficulties. We're
God damn it.
technically retarded. But like, yeah. So I mean, I really enjoyed that game, and it's been a long time since I played it, so I can't remember any of the fucking puzzles. All I remember is that one bit with the turret at the end.
Oh man.
That we spent 20 minutes.
Oh,
At
God.
least.
It was just one. It was just one.
We
pain
did that
of-
over and over
Yeah.
and over again.
and
I
it
just-
turns out it was just beating your head against a brick wall until eventually you managed to avoid the bullets. And it
I was
just-
ready to just like
Yeah.
off myself right there and
Yeah,
then.
it was the second to last level.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Wow.
but I mean, yeah, that's you know,
Yeah, I mean, so we're just kind of trying to build up different games because even though we would enjoy and it would be easy for us to do, loads of Portal community maps and stuff, I kind of want to vary it every few weeks or so, which is why we
Yeah.
tend to have one game split over a week or two because pretty much every game we play we could definitely get more episodes out, but it's the case of people aren't going to want us watch us doing this game
yeah,
like a month in a row.
yeah.
Or 5 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
So we're trying to mix it up for you guys,
And-
but
Unless
trying
we
to keep
were going
it
through the
convenient.
campaign, I mean, and we'd have to make it as interesting as I'd probably compare it to when me and Wayne tried to do Dead Space.
yeah.
The first episode was interesting. There was a lot to do. Second episode, fuck all happened. It was a chore to edit.
Yeah.
I didn't release the first episode. That episode will be coming out eventually. That's the one that follows up to Kane and Lynch. But it was just like I didn't feel like it. The second episode was
Yeah.
any good.
Doing a full campaign play can be difficult depending on the game.
Yeah, because I mean, there are some really slow bits. It's just Dead Space is sort of a slow game,
Yeah.
and as action packed as it was, it just wasn't. It just didn't do any.
Yeah, it didn't really work.
Yeah, so
But yeah, that's sort of, I guess that's sort of all our update stuff done. That's what we're trying
That's
to
pretty
do.
much everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we are honestly
Everything.
putting out as much content as we can.
Wayne's just putting out as much as he can.
I was
Oi,
hoping you'd
oi, oi.
follow on with that. But yeah, so we're trying our hardest. We're sorry like the odd videos being missed, but unfortunately we don't do this for a living. We do have to go to annoying job stuff
Mm.
between the videos and the podcast. So
Yeah, it gets a bit difficult because of, I mean, nobody really has solid. Okay, well, and my mind's going to change soon as well
Yeah.
because of college and that sort of thing. So it's like, it's going to be it's difficult because I know I'm always free in the evenings, but nobody else is guaranteed that.
yeah.
So it's literally like I have to put up a note saying, "Is anybody free tonight?" And someone will be like, "I'm free tonight," and then we'll do something. But it's not like we just go, "No, we don't feel like it this week."
Yeah.
We try it, but we never quite get to that point.
Apart from apparently when I ban on a cast, nobody else turns up because you will suck.
Well, the E3 cast. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
Wayne wasn't going to turn up anyway.
I don't know. I got a text from him like, "Oh, why aren't you going to do this? You wanted to do this all week." I'm like, "Were you even going to fucking turn up to the cast?"
I'm not entirely sure who's going to turn
Yeah.
up like until the last
I
minute.
don't know.
And
But
nobody can get hold of Matt anyway.
yeah,
The serial ignorer of phones, Massimo.
yeah. Mass needs
It's,
a
you know,
Mass
I
needs a
get
brain
people
phone.
telling me that they call me, and then I check my phone, and there's no missed calls.
You
So what
need
does-
a new phone. It's broken.
Is that what that is?
Even everyone at work's like, "Oh, Mass never even fucking answers his phone." I'm like, "Dude, I'm trying to contact him all the time. How do you think I
Yeah.
feel?"
We're actually his friends.
Yeah.
How do you think we feel? Don't give a shit about you.
Oh man, but yeah. So that's
yeah.
that's kind of all our update stuff, I
Yeah.
guess. What should we move on to next? Sort of
I mean-
what we liked at E3.
Yeah, I suppose E3's a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, this is. I'm sort
I
of
wasn't
glad
blown
that-
away. Let's put it that I wasn't blown away.
There was-
At least it wasn't so much tech demos as it was they were talking about actual games this year
Yeah.
because the
consoles
current
are
gen
out,
of consoles are
yeah.
out now.
So yeah, I mean, I've watched the. I didn't watch the Microsoft one because I was at work. I watched the Ubisoft one, the E3 one, E3. I don't know.
Yeah.
Technically
EA
it was
one.
the
Yeah.
E3 one.
Yeah. The one thing that baffled me was I thought it started on Tuesday, but they had Day Zero,
Yeah,
which
Day
was
Zero
the big
was like-
was all the conferences.
Yeah.
And then it was just the oh look if you watched the Twitch stream of the E3, please tell me I'm not the only one that fucking hated most of the presenters on that. The guy that looked
A
like
lot of them were
Skrillex.
kind of annoying. Oh, that
Yeah.
guy's. I was just like, that's actually Skrillex. And then
Yeah.
after a while, I was like, no, maybe it isn't.
No, it was just like
Just a cheap.
They were all
rip-off.
like, "Oh man, are you excited for this?" And they had to all pretend that they loved every single fucking game they're about
Yeah.
to talk about. And they were like,
and then most of them just play League of Legends
Yeah.
and jack off anyway.
It's a generalization, but probably true.
Yeah.
However,
But like,
and they kept asking people that they'd have somebody come talk to them on their couch for a bit before they went back to Ubisoft or whoever's presenting or
yeah.
whatever about Assassin's Creed or this or that, and they'd be like, "Oh, so do you like Assassin's Creed?" And the person would be like, yeah." And it's like, what the fuck do you expect? They're here to promote that game.
Yeah.
They've got to say they like it. Why ask that dumb fucking question?
It's the same question they ask.
At least say like, what's your favorite
Thank you.
Assassin's Creed? What's
Yeah.
your favorite innovations?
What was the thing you enjoyed most about the Assassin's Creed games? Because
Yeah.
obviously you work on them. What was the bit that you're most proud of? It's just like, I feel like I would have been a better presenter
Yeah.
than most of those guys.
I would have been like, you get to stab people and do running away.
You get to roll on top of houses and then stab someone from the
It
top
would
of
have
the
been better than, oh, it's like some random like PR woman who's like, oh well, I mean they're great because yeah, and you get to and it's
Stab
just
them
like,
and
oh
stuff.
shut
I
up.
want someone to just one day throw them off and be like, "Nah, the game's shit, mate."
Yeah.
So do you like the game that you made?
Oh,
Nah,
shit,
not
mate.
really.
Nah,
Yeah.
don't buy it.
It'd be
man.
like, and now Dead Island 16, everyone's like, fucking give up, nobody cares anymore.
We made it, and we don't
I'm
care.
just surprised they're doing another Dead Island. It's like, is
Although
it selling that well?
liked the video they released because
I
it
didn't
showed
watch
us, huh?
Didn't watch. I didn't.
I didn't watch
I
it.
didn't see the entire Microsoft conference. Then I was asleep during the Sony conference.
I can't remember. I think the Microsoft conference might have been the one that had the like scale bound or something. I don't know if you saw any video.
Yeah.
That was the one that was like really cocky dude, and he's like, "Oh, a dragon! Oh no, wait, it's my dragon!" Plot twist. And it's like, "Oh, there's another dragon. We'll fight it." And then they start fighting, and it's like, "Oh, giant dragon with like 50 heads. Let's fight it with all these other dragons." I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then it was like scale bound. And I was like, okay, so this is cool scale. And then it cut back to some more pre-rendered footage. And I was like, okay, there's more of this shit. And then it was like scale bound again. I'm like, this is the worst paced trailer ever.
It's an ADHD trailer. It's like dragons,
like-
scale bound.
It's like 2/3 through the film, it just goes, by the way, title card. And it's like, what? It's so dumb. But I mean, it looked like kind of an interesting concept, but it would probably just be okay.
Yeah, I mean,
There was, what was there? Sunset Overdrive was in the Xbox One.
I'd be interested to see Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah. But I'm not
Um,
sure if that's kind of like trying to be 13-year-old also random, a bit too out there. Like you have to sit and play it to.
Yeah, it
see if it
strikes me as a
works.
very interesting version of Dead Rising, like an
Yeah.
over the top version of.
Yeah, it definitely looked like Dead Rising to me.
Yeah.
Oh, they've got another Crackdown, haven't they?
Yeah. You know what? From the trailer of that, I'm very interested to see if they keep to those promises. Because did any of you see the trailer?
What for a Crackdown?
Crackdown.
But like, oh, you can
I did not see
fucking.
that.
Like there was
Ram shit into
there was
shit and
20 agents on the thing. And,
Yeah.
Like one of them had a sniper rifle, one of them was driving an explosive fuel truck with bombs on it.
That was pretty fucking mental,
And,
but
yeah.
because it's pre-rendered stuff, you have to kind of
Yeah.
take it with a pinch of salt.
Everyone says to me, "What do you think of the new Crackdown trailer?" I'm like, "It's good. If they keep to those promises, then the game will be fantastic."
Yeah, if you can do anything like that at all in the
Yeah.
game.
And I was talking to a friend of mine, and we agreed that will probably be something you can do in the game, but it'd be one of those scripted story type events
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, you know how you unlock a new island? It's just like, oh, you blow down the building and it falls down in such a convenient way that the bridge.
Just a
Yeah.
stage. Just a
Yeah.
setup,
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, that's a good idea, but that's something that any game can do.
Yeah, it's like it's because they're trying to advertise it like you will do it, and
Yeah.
but it could be in the game. You just go, here's a cutscene. Look, your character, you're not actually controlling him, but he's doing. Do you remember the trailer? He's doing that thing, but looks slightly worse because it's not
Yeah.
pre-rendered.
Yeah.
It's in engine, so it doesn't look quite.
Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, so it's just like, I'm happy that that's happening, but I'm wary of pre-rendered trailers.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else was there in the Xbox One. They had Halo Master Chief Collection.
Oh yeah.
Which, unfortunately, this is quite a sad moment, is Halo the Master Chief Collection is the thing that I'm most excited that came out of E3. And it's just a remake of the last 4
Yeah.
games. It's just like, what is that? Do you feel like that's slightly broken, that's a thing that happens? Like, the
Yeah.
thing I'm most excited for is the thing that's already been out before 4 times, basically. It comes, I think the Master Chief Collection comes with all of the campaigns, all of the multiplayer,
Is it all of them, or is it just 1, 2, 3, and 4?
or the first 4 games. No, it comes with the first 4 games, the Master
Okay.
Chief games. the multiplayer for all 4 of those games.
Yeah.
So it's like you go into a massive master multiplayer server thing.
So it's
That
just
would
all
be
combined.
badass.
Yeah,
All
you
4
go-
games combined into
yeah.
one, basically.
You jump into a room with a load of people.
That's gonna be a
And-
fucking huge install.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then they're just like, you can either play Sandtrap from Halo 3 Deathmatch or Capture the Flag, or Halo 2 Hang 'em High or something like that. Just
Yeah.
so you can play whatever multiplayer, like wherever multiplayer's voted for, that sort of thing. But it's just like it's 106 maps as well.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of fucking maps.
That's more than any Call of Duty ever releases in its lifetime.
Yeah, exactly. So
Mainly
it's
because
just,
they're on a
Including the
yearly
16,000
cycle. But
DLCs that it
you
comes
could
out.
probably take the last 3 Call of Duties and they don't have that many maps.
well, they release, I think it's like 20 per year now, don't they?
Yeah.
Basically.
Whey. Stuff is falling off.
Yeah, but like, I mean, I think that sort of sums up E3 for me a little bit, was the fact that I'm most excited about a game that's already been out.
Yeah. There was nothing amazing
But then
because
again,
you know
like,
that
Grand Theft Auto as well.
old
same
GTA
thing.
5
Yeah.
on PC, which
You-
we totally called.
Yeah, but I put the whole reason for that. Just
Yeah.
like I'm just gonna put that out there. But
Okay.
but like
Yeah.
I think with GTA 5, I know you guys haven't played it, but I mean I've been playing it for the last year, and so GTA 5 coming out on the next gen and PCs, it was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
you know, I don't feel like it's gonna be.
Yeah, I think I
Too
kind
far
of
pushed.
purposely held off on playing. You know, I played a little bit as possible. I played a little bit of the multiplayer on Xbox when I still had gold, and I just didn't play it since
Yeah.
because I was just like, if this comes to PC, I want to experience it properly on PC.
Yeah, it's a fantastic game. Don't get me wrong, and if I get it, I have to admit, until it goes down in price, I probably won't get it on PC. I'll probably go to Xbox One first, because I've had my crew on there for the longest time.
Yeah.
We're officially changing our name on the Xbox One now. My crew name was called the Pimpin' Gangster Cats,
Oh, nice.
and we're changing it to the Ant-Man Dim.
That's so bad. I want to kill myself.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I'll probably go on the Xbox One, and but then I don't want to have to fork out 45 quid for another game that I've already owned. I paid £43 to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's just a case of I'm going to wait and see what the price is, see what the upgrade system is for it. Like, you take in the game when you get the game for £20.
I think
I'd be fine with
that was another reason I avoided it. Like my brother bought a copy of it, so it was available to play, but he was just playing the shit out of it, and I was like, I could buy my own copy or whatever, but
Yeah.
it's not really worth it. So I
Mhm.
just thought, nah, I'll just leave it.
Yeah, it's a good game, and I'm glad that it's finally coming out on the next gen of consoles and PC, because it means a lot wider amount of people will now be able to experience it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but I
obviously-
mean, I didn't find this news exciting because we were expecting it anyway to come out on
Yeah.
PC. I knew it was going to come out on PC when it was first released.
I think this year's E3 was the E3 of everybody's predictions were right except Wayne Taylor Half-Life 3 prediction.
Yeah.
Actually,
And
mine was. I said
disappointment.
Left 4 Dead 3. I think. Didn't I say
Yeah,
Left 4
there was
Dead?
there was no
Yeah.
Valve or Steam
There was
announcement.
absolutely like
Sucks. I was
no
really
source
disappointed.
related
I reckon-
content.
Well, I mean, QuakeCon's coming up. I know
Yeah.
it's not really a Bethesda and its thing, but I mean, it's still on Valve and Steam, so they might have something. I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
not sure what they do. To be honest, I've never really watched QuakeCon, but just on the subject of it and Bethesda, the unannounced Bethesda game ended up being an already announced Bethesda game.
Yeah.
They were promising an unannounced game that nobody had ever seen, and it turned out to be fucking Doom. That you get the
Me and
beta
you-
for if you buy Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
I have raged so hard.
Me and you were waiting around for so long on that stream, like,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's unannounced, it's gonna be Fallout, it's gonna be Fallout, it's gonna be Fallout, it's Doom. Fuck! It was so annoying.
I was happy when I heard the door opening noise, but I was just like, this still isn't what I want.
Yeah.
As good as Doom is, Bethesda should not be releasing Doom before Fallout, because Fallout is a game. It's not. I know it sounds really, really entitled, but we deserve a new Fallout game in the
We
Skyrim
need a new
engine,
Fallout.
or even on the Xbox One, like an upgraded version of
Yeah.
I want a Fallout on the new engine, because they've released a new Skyrim. The new Skyrim, I absolutely hated Oblivion. Could not get into it.
Yeah.
I liked Skyrim. It did something slightly differently. I don't know what it was, but it felt better. That's something. And if they were to translate that feeling to Fallout, it would work so much better.
Yeah, and now because they've had time, they could work on the engine and make it even better as well.
That might be why they're delaying, because I mean it's like a 3-year cycle, isn't it? It's usually Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls Fallout 3-year cycle.
Mm.
Fucking hell.
Nice.
But
Damn Dr. Pepper.
yeah. But I think because they upgraded, I think that might be why they're delaying it. I reckon
Could be.
we'll get something at Games.
So
Gamescom
I'm
or
not seeing
something
this
like that.
Hopefully.
this video for Doom. Is it like just a reincarnation of the old one?
They're sort of rebooting it, but also keeping it
Yeah.
close to the original.
The video in question was kind of like just close-up shots of
the Hell Beast.
yeah,
from
a Hell
Doom.
Beast thing.
And then a door opens and it was like the old.
Yeah.
I don't
But
know if I'd enjoy Doom without those like clunky graphics that it used to have.
I've got a copy of Doom 3 on Xbox 360, and it's an alright game. It's a decent game. It's not the same Doom as it always was been, but it's Doom, but in a different sense. In the first one, it was that over exaggerated, like you go through, kill everything, blah 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 blah. But
Yeah.
That's
Doom,
what it was, and that's what I
Yeah.
liked. They're gonna like start throwing a story onto it, and start being
I
silly
don't
like
think they
this.
will. I think
No.
they're trying to do the thing where everybody's oversaturated with Call of Duty and Battlefield, so they're going to do something a bit more old school that just
Throwback.
looks good.
Twitch shooters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the Doom 3, it wasn't an outright like thriller shooter, like massacre mayhem type game. It was
Mm.
a little bit more. It was like, as I say, it was like how Doom should have evolved. It was more of like a scary game, had parts in it because there was a thing in the original game, but they took that out on the Xbox 360 version. You could only either have the torch or a gun.
Yeah.
If you got the torch, you had to put away the gun. And obviously, if you saw an enemy and it was coming bolting towards you, you have to put the torch away,
Swap
get
it
the
out,
gun out,
yeah.
and it's like
Mm.
that's a few seconds you've wasted. And this thing is still hurtling towards you,
Yeah.
and it's like that sense of panic, and it really sort of added to that, and I really liked what that did. And so, yeah, I mean, fuck's sake, Mass.
Sorry, I'm just moving this. microphone.
Mass is testing out a new microphone for a few of our projects.
Yeah.
News on that coming soon. We hope.
Well,
Sometime
it's
soon.
only-
Yeah.
This is too early.
Yeah. Early days.
We have early days, as in we haven't actually, brainstormed any actual ideas.
No.
We have half an idea.
Yeah, but I
But-
think it
and
may be
half a
too late
brain.
for that idea. Who knows?
Yeah,
We'll see.
maybe a little bit. But so
Back to E3 and video games and
yeah,
stuff.
but I liked what they did, and so I have like faith that the new Doom could be a good game, but still not Fallout,
Yeah.
and I'm still very unhappy.
I was really sad about that.
Fallout, I don't know what it is, but like obviously with Bethesda, Elder Scrolls I've never really got into, but Fallout I have wasted days
Yeah.
upon days upon days upon days. That is one of the only games I can recall in my memory that I played enough hours to constitute the words no life.
Yeah, I've definitely done that. Like, I think once I got home from work, I was just like, yeah, New Vegas. So I just didn't sleep
Yeah.
that night. I just
Yeah.
ended up pretty much completing one of the New Vegas DLCs.
Yeah.
I
was
had I
great.
was the same way with the third one, but for some reason with New Vegas, I just didn't feel the same
It
way
does,
about it.
just
It felt
because there's
different.
just because there's a few new things they've thrown in, because it was more of a passion project as much as a game. A lot of the
Right.
bits,
Yeah.
you kind of had to get used to that. There's now iron sights for some weapons. There's like advanced weapon crafting and stuff. Once you get used to it, I would even say mechanically, possibly a better game. Like, I was still always, there's a special place in my heart for Fallout 3.
Yeah.
I think it takes up pretty much all the space in there, to be honest. But yeah, New Vegas is still a really good game. I would recommend
Can
it.
you see this franchise moving on with some sort of online capabilities?
I don't
Yes and no.
know.
I reckon it could
I would
work.
love that, to be honest.
I reckon it could work.
I think maybe if they went with the kind of world invasion style thing that Watch Dogs has, where, maybe somebody can randomly join into or like what they're kind of planning with Destiny, whereas you've got this giant
Yeah.
wasteland and people can pop in and out and you can go to a town and this person that's dropped into your world has decided to fucking kill everyone there or something.
Yeah.
And you're like, ah, god damn it.
Yeah.
But that would really screw up your game if
Yeah,
they
obviously
allowed
it-
that.
they'd
They would
have
have
to
to
do things.
respawn mechanic or things like that. I think it would have worked 3 or 4 years ago, but now we've got things like DayZ and Destiny
Yeah.
coming out, I think,
I guess,
which
yeah.
pretty much use all the elements from Fallout games that
Mm.
they would use
We've got
online.
we're kind of nearly getting oversaturated with the kind of online survival co-op games.
Oh man,
Yeah.
we've got
Especially
so
where
many
it's
of
like the
those.
forest and the stomping land, and then another dinosaur thing, survival thing came out within like a few days of each
Yeah.
other. It was like, oh Christ.
So, yeah, what was that one? I think it was Stomping Land, but like, yeah, it's just
Yeah,
I feel like, yeah, I think a lot of the elements that they'd use in games like Fallout Online would be that. I'd like to see Fallout but in Borderlands style, with like not this cell shaded, but like you know the 4-player co-op. Like you find other Vault Hunters. I'm doing Borderlands. You find other Vault Dwellers. In fact, wow.
I like Vault Hunters.
Hang on a minute.
You could be a Vault Hunter.
They could do a mashup.
Yeah, one hunts the vaults. One. Oh, it would be Borderlands versus Fallout. That would be the greatest idea.
That'd be pretty cool.
This side of this podcast, because it's probably never going to get made, and it would be terrible if it was.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Wouldn't work at all.
But yeah, like 4 Vault Dwellers coming together to find the Garden of Eden creation kit.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things where you could be really interesting to do, but I think again it would come too close to Borderlands.
Yeah, they could actually Borderlands. Yeah, is a really good example because you can have the idea where Borderlands you can play through the campaign, then you can go, I'm really stuck on this boss, and you just get your mate and help you the boss disappear.
Yeah.
Like if you could have as a major plot point, you know, if they make it that it can work, you know, offline but more fun with people, you could like, you know, start the Gek up and get an area of the wasteland up and running as a decent place to live.
Yeah.
And then there could be some kind of like town management sim stuff in there where like you and your friends have to choose where to build a structure. So you can get your mates online and be like, right, you go do this, and then you fuck off over to that part of the wasteland, or you have to go as a group like Borderlands. We'll all go to this part of the wasteland and find this resource we need to bring back to our town. We'll start establishing trade routes, stuff you can kind of already do in Fallout, but just by talking to NPCs. That would be so good. Like building up a town.
I don't know how they would limit your having to 4 people go one route, because Fallout is such an open game. It'd be difficult to.
I think the difference between Fallout and Borderlands though is when you go to different places in Borderlands, they're so vastly different.
Yeah.
That they have to load up a new thing every time. With Fallout, it's very much this derelict, barren wasteland where all the buildings kind of look the same because they're all built with the things that are left after the fallout of the nuclear bomb. So it's just a case of like.
I think they could do it almost they could do it like a kind of local host way, which, you know, you might get a bit of lag, but the guy running the save is the guy hosting. Everyone else is just the world's loading, kind of like how Minecraft does on the Xbox. So
the
world loads up better for the host.
Well, I mean, they could utilize cloud quite a lot now because I mean, a lot of games are saying we're going to use cloud to do. Why can't Fallout use cloud to, like, if these people load into this game and they establish a base in this world, like together, like their names on the deed sort of thing.
Yeah.
Then that they can access that when they load up their game. They load their base from the cloud.
Yeah.
Sort of thing, and that would be pretty cool because if you had like a shared cloud type thing, that would be alright.
And I mean, if they really worked on it, they could easily get the right engine and technology to have, you know, 2, 3, even 4 people in a co-op Fallout.
Yeah.
Like obviously maybe you'd have like 500-meter limit on how far away you can be from each other or something like that. But if you can do it with shooters where it just loads a whole preset level, why not do it with Fallout where it loads you in that area and then everything procedurally generates as you wander? I mean, obviously Fallout has interiors and stuff that would work perfectly. You know, all the underground vaults and caves and this and that.
It's just when they're in the wasteland.
Yeah, the wasteland would be a slightly different thing. But I mean, you know, things like Red Dead Redemption, you can have people going all over the flipping map of multiplayer. One guy's up there doing a gang hideout thing. That's in progress. Another guy's just randomly shooting up some NPCs. You can stumble onto that. Like, it's possible, and that kind of thing's been done before. And GTA 5 multiplayer as well. Like,
Yeah.
So you can wander across this kind of thing. They just need to put some time into getting it to still be a Fallout game.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
The thing is like, I was very worried when they announced Fallout 3 being a first-person shooter that they were gonna stray too far from the feel of Fallout.
Yeah.
Because originally it was a turn-based strategy type, while you were one person on the thing you walked around, and I was like, they might ruin that. But it's almost as if they changed the entire genre of the game without actually changing the feel. Like it still felt like
it's still about you being that guy wandering around.
Exactly, and you still didn't feel overpowered. And that sort of thing. You went out and you were just like,
apart from Vance.
you can't go out and you can't just beat everything in one go
Mm.
until you get to a certain level. It actually felt like you had to work to get to where you were in the end.
You can get your ass handed to you by some random
Continuously.
stuff in Fallout. It's like, I'm just going to go over, oh, Deathclaw, oh, I'm dead. For
Yeah.
fuck's sake, I didn't save for 10 minutes.
Or like that point where you're walking around, you come out of a building, you look up and you realise someone's just dropped a Deathclaw cage in front of you, and you're just like...
That's always fun.
Yeah, that kind of shit. Some of the random events as well. It's like, especially in New Vegas, when you get the people that come and try and assassinate you based on which factions you pissed off.
Yeah.
You'll just be like, I'm just casually wandering around. I'm bored. I'm gonna discover some new areas. Oh, there's some guys on the horizon. Oh shit, they're wearing that one uniform. I better start murdering people.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
So yeah, it's just like, I don't...
Yeah,
there's a lot of things
that was a shame that it was Doom and not Fallout.
Yeah, that was a very, very large digression. I think we got to there, but like, yeah, I'm still pissed. But I'm holding out hope that it's because the new, because there is a new engine.
Yeah, hopefully they're upgrading the engine, make it work better with the newer PCs and next gen consoles or current gen
We'll
consoles.
see.
Then, sometime next year, they were like, new Fallout, and I'd be like, shut up and take my money.
Yeah.
Just making it rain.
I think there's a gif on the internet of just a man throwing dollars at the
Yeah.
screen. Just like, that would be me throwing £5 notes,
Pretty much, yeah.
£50 notes, just throw them.
I'd just be like, here's my bank card, here's my...
And there's me throwing
everything,
change
take
at
it.
a screen like,
Right,
damn it, I just
penny.
broken my screen.
Maybe at that point you think about getting a new one.
Yeah, you fucking scumbag.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I really caught my attention for E3 was No Man's Sky, which is developed by
You
a small British studio.
fucking love that game.
Dude,
You haven't
it's
even
just
played
like-
it
Can I
yet.
just say that was the
It
one and
looks-
only game that stood out to me
looks
as well.
Fantastic. It's
It
just,
looks interesting.
it's like
definitely.
what the Spore Space Age should be made into a full game, and it's like the idea that everybody starts in this big galaxy.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're going to do the servers or whatever, but it's just like, oh, you and your friend are on the opposite sides of the galaxy. Good luck fucking finding each other.
Chances
like-
are you're not gonna.
Yeah, like at the start you can only planet hop, and then go between planets, and then you can go further because you upgrade your ship. You get better weapons for ship combat.
Yeah.
You get like better like faster than light stuff or whatever. You can upgrade your weapon as well, and there's like procedurally generated planets and
It's so extensive.
wildlife on those
Yeah.
planets. It's
Yeah.
insane.
You can start off with one
Like, imagine
planet,
if they
yeah.
get that game out. And another good thing that really impressed me, because they've said it's definitely coming for PS4 and possibly PC, because it's going to be out on that console. It's not going to be like a lot of these kind of games where it's a really good idea, then they kickstart it and put it on Steam Greenlight and it's not finished for 2 years. Like, this is going to be a finished game
Yeah.
from the get-go, which I'm really happy about.
Mm.
And I mean, there's a lot. Imagine if they release like a development kit or something, so you can create your own wildlife and upload it into your galaxy and this
Yeah.
kind of thing.
I think you
I mean,
can.
just
There
dick
is-
monsters everywhere,
Yeah.
just like Spore.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
did you see the interview with the developers of the game where he said like they've created creatures with like almost along sliders, so the slider
Yeah.
will change and it would just create a different
Yeah,
creature.
it will
for them.
randomize. So
Yeah,
like
yeah, so you
you
got,
could
like,
get almost
thousands-
exactly the same creature, but just with giant eyes, or you could get something that's almost flipping turned upside
Yeah.
down.
So you got like thousands of variations with
Yeah.
hundreds of thousands of planets to explore. There's like it's an endless game.
Yeah,
with a
there's
lot
going to
of
be
potential.
a kind of sort of a background story thing going on. Like,
Mm.
story isn't going to be the forefront. It's all about the exploration and adventure. But they're going to put kind of little, almost like DayZ said it was going to do, but still hasn't got round to. They're gonna put a little kind of, this is why you're here and this is what went on or is going on. There's going to be like NPCs to help populate it. There's going to be like a definite people you will have to fight at some point, which
that
is
you
good.
need to because the way they went about talking about it, they said that because it's so vast and so huge, the game,
Yeah.
chances are no matter how many players they actually have, you're most likely not going to see anyone else.
Yeah.
Because it's so vast to meet someone.
And
in a
they were saying,
galaxy.
like, just imagine you find this random planet. It seems nice, so you settle down on part of the planet and set up a shop, and you could just play for flipping ever and never run into another
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
Or everybody could somehow get the coordinates of your planet and start coming there to buy resources off you. You could like make in-game money or do really good trades, upgrade your ship. That
Play
kind
a
of
game
thing.
like a trader.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun. Almost like Spore meets EVE Online
Yeah.
in a way.
It'd be interesting. I mean, I haven't
It's got
seen
a lot
too
of
much about
potential.
it. Yeah, I haven't seen too much on it. So I'm not
But
inclined
the
to
concept
judge.
of it being like endless, which
Yeah.
means it's got potential for other games. Like you'd think that later on, you might find that other games will try to incorporate the
Yeah,
same
I think
thing.
this could be
It
if
could open
it's
up a door
yeah, if it's even
for a
just
lot.
decent, I think this could be another kind of spark where suddenly 10 other studios are making a very similar thing that does something slightly different or whatever. Like how Daisy spawned the Warzy
Warzy.
and just so many other survival games.
Yeah.
I think this could be that thing. I don't know. I'm also partly excited for it just because it is developed by people in this country. Like it's
Yeah.
a really small development team
Hmm.
in this country. Like that makes me like, oh shit. And they got onto they kept talking about in all the interviews. They're like, we've never been in front of this many people talking about our game before. Like they just went up on the Sony stage and they were like, yeah, hi, we're just like a small English team and we made this game. And everyone went wild for it and they were just like, oh my god, this is amazing. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
You do it, guys. Good job.
Be humble, motherfuckers. Yeah, no, I enjoy like those sort of games, but it always like you get the first one where it's this procedure generated world, but there's always something and then you get the other ones that come along and they sort of perfect it slightly.
Yeah.
So I'm more inclined to think that as good as No Man's Sky is,
Yeah.
that we eventually might get something that pushes that a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. There could be something a few years down the line that's a much better version of it, but hopefully by
But just
then,
getting that technology out there
Yeah.
is enough to get it started. and
hopefully
that's
by
all you
then
need,
I'll be
really.
able to tear myself away from the original.
Yeah,
by
but
the new
Minecraft
one.
did the same thing, really.
Yeah, Minecraft
came out, and then
spawned.
after that, it's like
I still can't get into Minecraft. That's the only problem.
Yeah. I can't get back into it. Like I've just played so many hundreds of hours now. I'm kind of like I need to wait a long time before they introduce a lot of new stuff for me to mess around with.
But like Minecraft, they created a lot of games along those like you go on Steam now and there's a bunch of. I just got a game.
Yeah, they're kind of like all
Guncraft or something.
pixely,
Guncraft,
voxel based things.
Yeah.
There was, oh, I have one. What is it called? I can't remember. It's like a shoot. Oh, Ace of Spades or something.
Yeah,
it's-
yeah.
we can build your own forts and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
that's a specific class, and you can destroy terrain and stuff. It's like
Mm.
that definitely spawned a lot of things related to that, and this could do that, even though it's taking a lot of used concepts from games. It's mashing them all together in a new way that I don't think anybody's really done.
Just yeah, that can be interesting. That can be very innovative.
Yeah.
If it doesn't matter whether it's a new concept, it's if you take a load of old concepts and adapt them together to
Yeah.
make something good, then that's still innovation
Or
in the
better.
days.
Yeah.
It's finding a new use for old materials, So it's
Yeah.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, obviously it's a bit far away from release, I believe.
Yeah, it's gonna be probably sometime next year, if not further.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's I mean, yeah.
That's how these games type of go.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the games revealed at E3 this year, except for the ones that are generally released yearly, are next year.
Yeah, which is
mid
what
next
like Call
year.
of Duty and Assassin's Creed.
Call of
There's-
Duty,
there's
Assassin's
the
Creed.
typical EA games, where it's like sports games, sports games,
Sports ball!
sports games.
And then EA was like, "Oh look, Battlefront," and it's like, "Show us some actual fucking
Yeah,
gameplay."
they showed you.
They're like
half
this.
of it.
Yeah, they were like, "This is what." Most of what they showed was like, "We really like Star Wars." Image of somebody playing with a Star Wars thing. We went and saw some Star Wars stuff, and it's like pictures of original props and models
Yeah.
of the movie. So we really like Star Wars, and we hope this is a good Star Wars game. And then like a few shots of in-engine footage, and it's like, but that looks really good because you've got like no fucking motion blur. You know they'll add because they always
Yeah.
had it in Battlefield. They haven't got any actual fucking combat shown. They had more combat shown in the fucking like 20-second tease that they showed last year,
Yeah.
where there was a snow speeder and a couple of blaster shots. It was like, show us some motherfucker picking the Jedi.
Some gameplay. Was that actual in-game gameplay?
No, it was I'm talking about the teaser they showed where there was like a snow speeder going overhead, and then like
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong.
an 80 foot coming down. Then it was like Battlefront, and everybody just
Yeah.
their hands.
Yeah.
But at least it knows they still kind of give a shit about that game, and they're still working on it. which
Yeah,
is good.
yeah. I mean, the EA conference was basically just sports, Battlefield,
Oh yeah.
Hardline, which I got into the beta for, and yeah,
Battlefield 4.5 Payday 2 Electric Boogaloo
it's
mashup.
I don't quite know how to feel about it. It's just like it's Battlefield, but with Payday style heists, and you can drive normal cars, and I'm just like, fantastic, fix Battlefield 4.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's like, why you? I get that they want to move into more urban combat based stuff, but weren't they doing that by introducing map expansions in Battlefield that would have a bunch of vertical combat
Yeah.
maps? Why not fucking do that, you idiots?
So yeah, there was that. I think they showed some concept footage of Mirror's Edge 2, which
It looked exactly the
Did
same.
it look like
Mirror's
first
Edge
person
1.
free running?
it looked exactly the same as the first one. I can honestly say that. Okay, the graphical upgrade, but
I couldn't tell a difference.
I sort of wish Wayne was here to talk about this. Wayne absolutely loved Mirror's Edge, the first one. Didn't like it. I just couldn't get into it. There was
Yeah,
just
I never really played any.
it's like it's a good game, a good concept, but the controls didn't work. It was like you run, and then the right bumper was to go up, right trigger was to go down. So if you were like going towards a pipe and there was a gap underneath and the gap on top of it, depending which button you pressed, it was what it did. But I'm more inclined to think the Brink did the free running better because it was like you look up, you go over something, you look down, you go under something. So obviously you might still have to hit a button to go. Fuck's sake. But yeah, I feel like
I think free running in games is something that's still, especially if it's first person, like there's still a bit of fine tuning to do. It's a bit easier if you've got something slower paced like Uncharted or Tomb Raider where you're doing jumping and climbing around slowly and they have the tense bits where you have to mash a button to hold on to the crumbling ledge. But something freeform, like I think Titanfall at the moment is probably, from what I've played, like the best free running a game just because you've got the boost of the jetpack. It flows well with combat. There's different upgrades to your character that can just let you hang there for a minute and gun and that kind of thing.
That was the one thing Mirror's Edge didn't really do very well. Like, well, it didn't
do free running very well.
But combat, the combat was so awful.
Yeah, I think that's because the focus was on the running and stuff.
The thing they made a point of was that Faith is now a projectile. So, like, you can swing, and if there's a guy there,
you can shoot yourself out of a gun.
You can run up a wall and sort of jump off, knock a guy out, carry on running, jump over a pipe, sort of kick someone, and then carry on going. And so it's like it's a free form sort of. It keeps on going.
Bit more
and you
fluid.
know, just stop talking. You guys talking about it made me realise what they should have done for Mirror's Edge, but they didn't do. So it was right bumper to go up, left right trigger to go down. Why don't you use A is jump, B is crouch? A to go over something, B is to go under something. It's just those are the controls of a game in general. So why wasn't that a thing?
It's always weird how controls are so similar because I mean you have they're different buttons, different names, but they're in the same position because A is in the same position as X on a PlayStation controller. X is always jump. I even remember as far back as like it was like in the manual, a random tooltip. In the manual for Jack and Daxter, the Precursor Legacy, on like PS2, I think it was, and it was just a random comment like X is jump, but you knew that X is always jump. It's like that button on that part of the controller is always jump.
But then in Japan it's slightly different. The reason the PlayStation controller is set out like it is because in Japan they use circle to go forward and X to go back because it's accept and cancel. So it's sort of like it's a bit different bit.
Yeah, I know that because I have a Japanese import PSP, and when I used to use other people's PSPs, I'd always fucking press the wrong thing. It's fine when you get into games as long as it's like an English region game. But on the main menu, I'd be like, circle, fuck, I went back. Fuck, I went back. Circle, god damn it! Just because they're reversed, and I was like, why?
And they did that on all the Final Fantasy games. They never changed that into English territories version. But yeah, I mean. All controls are the fucking same now. It's like they've just released the drivers for the Xbox One controller and the Xbox on the PC, and it's just like, that is great. Now I can play the exact same thing with the exact same controller, but it's slightly different. What difference? I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the Xbox One controller has a lot more like the analog sticks are a lot more sturdy, and the D-pad's a lot better. But otherwise, it's just the same control.
They didn't really need to innovate, so they didn't, I guess. It was all about Kinect, but they've fucking dropped this year. They're like, we're selling the Xbox without Kinect. You don't really need Kinect for this game or this game or this game. They kind of backtracked a lot.
But Ubisoft did the exercise, that shape up. Did you see that?
Oh, no.
That
I heard about it.
Fantastically ridiculous.
What is this now? I've not.
It's called Shape Up. Basically, Ubisoft were the only people to show Kinect games at E3 this year. They had Shape Up, which is making exercise fun.
Oh,
Yes, just like the Wii was.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, it's a game where you do something, but it's actually exercise. But you don't feel like you're exercising. It's like, who can do the most push-ups in a minute? I'm like, that is still fucking exercise. What the fuck is wrong with you?
You
You're
can
still
run
doing
around the
push-ups.
block 10 times.
Yeah, it's just like, what was
Yeah.
the other one? The other one of them was, I can't remember exactly what it was, but they made someone from Ubisoft Montreal and someone from Ubisoft France fight each other or something like that in the game, and
Obviously,
it was just
the Frenchman gave up instantly, and the
Yeah.
Canadian was too polite to admit
Yeah.
he'd won, so they ended up having a draw.
Yeah, but it was just like, and then they also did Just Dance
Oh, who
2015.
the fuck gives a shit
How
about
many
Just
of these are
Dance
there
anymore?
now?
This is like the fifth one, I think. But then they also
The
did
2015th. It's in the name.
Yeah, duh. I get really. I'm going to be worried when they get to Madden 2025 because they've already had Madden 25. It was the 25th anniversary
That's
game.
gonna be
Yeah,
confusing.
but then also they had Just Dance Now where you can put your Xbox on and you can go. I want to play Just Dance on my friend's Xbox, and so you go to the house, you press the Just Dance thing, and it comes up on the television, and it's just like, I don't care. I've done Just Dance once in my life.
Yeah.
I've told you all this story millions of times. Never again. Never again.
It's like you look back on that. It's like I'm happy that happened, but I'm
Yeah.
happy I don't have to do that ever again.
It was great fun. When can I never do it again? Just like why? It's just like I don't. Maybe we can do that as a We Suck At one time, just to connect Just Dance.
Oh god.
But no, it's just not. I just don't feel like
It's not going to work for us. That's not our type of thing.
the Connect as a whole is a good idea.
I never liked it. I didn't like it.
I like it. I like it. I like what it is. I like what it does. I like its idea. But to make it a mandatory thing was a mistake.
Yeah, the problem with a lot of motion controls that aren't on like the Wii or something that is almost entirely based on that, you have to get a fine line of how to integrate them. Like how there's a lot of slightly forced integration on Vita for a lot of the touchscreen stuff that you can turn off in most games, thankfully.
Yeah.
But then there's some games like Tearaway where it's just seamlessly blended in.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, I just have to. Oh, that was easy. Like I've
Yeah.
completed a puzzle using the touchscreen. Whereas other games, it's like now you have to do all these stupid. Like I was playing Uncharted. I can't remember what the subtitle is, but it's the Uncharted game on Vita earlier. And to slash some reads out the way, you walk up to it and tap a thing on the side of the screen. It's like okay, and then you have to do 3 different fucking direction swiping motions in time with the arrow that comes across the screen. I'm like, that's hindering me.
Yeah.
Like, there is some good stuff in that game with touch controls. Like, if you're too lazy to fucking do some of the climbing, you can just draw on the screen and it will highlight all the different platforms you want to climb up. So he'll just start fucking jumping around and climbing up them. It's like, well, that saves me some time. Or, like, you can do aiming with the gyroscopic controls, which I would
Never
not
works.
recommend.
No.
It's terrible. There's a reason I always turn that shit off on mobile games as well.
Mm.
But that just Tearaway is just like, you touch the back pads to take out enemies, and it's like, a fake finger comes through on screen, and it looks like fairly good. It's like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But there's so many games that try and force that kind of shit.
Yeah. I think with touchscreen controls though, I'll say with anything though, it's like it's hard to when they first come out to get a game that doesn't just use it for the gimmick. It's like when the Nintendo DS first came out, everything was like, oh, it has touchscreens, and it's just like actually aren't useful for fucking anything. What's the point? But now you've got Resident Evil Revelations where you don't use it you hardly use it at all. It's just an inventory screen. So if you need to change your guns, you push the button, it changes your gun. Done. Simple. With Pokemon, you use it to pick instead of scrolling through things. Just tap it.
Yeah.
Much quicker, much more useful. I think Vita now needs to get to that point where the innovation needs to happen. Like it's like with I've drawn a blank.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
With the thing. Yeah.
The blank one.
Yeah.
Which has the buttons.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to come up
Is
with
it
a
game or
That thing
hardware?
happens.
It's a hardware thing. I mean, to you put an example of it, Wii U. Everybody used the Wii U gamepad as, this is necessary. You need this, you need this, you need this, you need this.
Stuff where it's like, oh look, we have like a Mass Effect, and it's like you can do all your squad controls on screen. It's like, or I could hold a button and fucking press other buttons, like a normal person.
It's like I've been playing the game like this for long enough. Why do I need to play it differently now? And but then Donkey Kong came along and was like, oh yeah, the screen on the Wii U controller, fuck it, it's not even on.
Yeah.
It's just like, Okay.
Yeah, a lot more games now doing it. It's like, yeah, you can go take a shit and keep playing the game with the Wii U gamepad. That's all it's good for in this game.
I liked the. The one thing that always stuck in my head with the Wii U was the Ubisoft tech demo for the year it came out. Was they were doing a thing where they were playing a kart racing game, and it was like, oh, this person was like, they had four player split screen, blah blah. It's like one person came fifth, and they were like, what the hell? And they go to the toilet, and there's a guy sitting on the toilet with the Wii U gamepad, and underneath it to come up with the caption "skidding to victory." And I was just like, yeah.
That's the kind of stuff. It's like you can have an extra screen, like. They have one of the Mario ones where you can have a fifth guy creating platforms and or trolling
that was
people.
The Mario Brothers Wii U thing, yeah. And I like that, but it's just like don't shoehorn it in for the sake.
Yeah, there's always a lot of the time they can be first party, but not always. There's always some games that do it really well, and then everybody else makes their version of a game and takes a bit of their UI or something or a bit of their controls and forces it onto. Whatever like gimmick or special thing that that thing has. Like when I was playing Terraria on the Vita, no problems at all with the touchscreen. You can tap the sides of the screen to switch stuff in your inventory. That's great. You can use the back touchpad to move your aim around, which I just don't touch that because that messes you up completely. But like there's no problem with it. It does it fine.
Yeah.
But it's originally come from PC and other consoles.
Yeah.
And it's gone fine onto the Vita. And it's like, yeah, there's some touchscreen stuff. Use it if you want.
Yeah, exactly. So it's the optional thing is good. I mean, I haven't had a game on Kinect that has. I haven't had a game on Kinect. Whatsoever. It's just not worth. Like I understand that I understand that they would using it. Like the more people that have a Kinect, the more games are going to get made for it. Blah blah blah. But it's just like it's not a necessary function. I like the fact that I have it. In fact, even if it wasn't bundled, if it wasn't a mandatory bundle, I probably would have still got it with the Kinect because at the end of the day, it's an interesting innovation. I like having sort of that sort of thing. I like having that option. But there are very few games that are going to come out on it that I actually am going to clamor to buy. I'm not going to. So it's interesting, but it shouldn't be mandatory. Same with the Wii U gamepad. The Wii Mote's a bit different because it wasn't a fully utilized. It was okay. It had its moments, but it never was like even with Smash Bros. They would just say, okay, with Super Smash Bros. In the Wii U, what you got to do with your Wiimote is turn it sideways and use it like a normal gamepad.
And they're like, okay, we'll just release a normal gamepad.
Yeah, and then they did. Have you seen what they've done for the Wii U version?
No.
They've got a GameCube control adapter.
So
you can plug in GameCube controls to it. And I'm just like, okay, that's fantastic. Don't get me wrong. But it's just like, first of all, who still has GameCube controllers laying around?
Probably the same people that are buying Smash Bros. To be fair.
And it's also like...
Second, it's like, doesn't that show how shitty your motion controls were?
It shows how your controls have worked. Like, oh, I've got the Wii U gamepad. Use GameCube control.
Yeah.
Then again, I would be one of those guys. When I had the Wii, I would use the controller. I never used the nunchucks because they were absolutely ridiculous. I've yet to see the whatever it's called actually used properly. The
Wii.
The Wii, the sensor, whatever. Whatever it is.
The games I played on the Wii, I still have my Wii out. I had Resident Evil 4, another console. I finished that fucking game. Got his Wii out.
That requires the gun. Did you have like the gun attachment?
No,
the light gun.
Nah, fuck that shit.
That's what I mean. Like,
just hold it like a gun.
Who wasted their time with that?
I had Tatsunoko vs Capcom, which was the best 2-button fighter I've ever played in my life.
What about Dive Kick, man? What the hell?
Now, this is much better. You could you could be a giant skyscraper. It was fantastic.
Okay, that's kind of cool,
we may need to play that at some point. That's a great game. House Edit Overkill, Resident Evil 4, Tatsunoko vs Capcom, Grand Slam Tennis. Fucking great game. I had Soul Calibur Legends, which is like Dynasty Warriors but Soul Calibur characters. That was quite interesting. And I also had the Metroid Prime games. Yeah. But the first two were on GameCube, so I played the GameCube controller anyway. And I loved all of those games, but I just never saw the need, I never saw the need to go out and buy a game for the Wii controller. Yeah. I got Grand Slam Tennis with the Wii Motion Plus because I was just like, I need to start getting more active. I didn't have a job at the time. I was like, I'll get the Wii Motion Plus and I'll get Grand Slam Tennis, and it's sort of like it sort of because there's a lot sharper, it sort of senses emotions, and you sort of work on. I say you work on your technique of playing tennis, but you don't really do. You sort of just like
Yeah.
you're just swinging about a lot. Ow,
Punching things in your room.
punching boxes and something. But like, yeah, it's a decent. I just didn't feel like I needed to. There was no necessity to
Yeah.
Mario Kart, but everybody had Mario Kart, so.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think to sort of summarize E3 this year, there was nothing that surprising.
No.
There was a few things that look interesting.
Rainbow Six. I think the most surprising thing about Rainbow Six was it wasn't Patriots.
Yeah.
They've outwardly said that they've canned Patriots completely now because it was for the last gen. So I mean that's good, but now they've just made what looks like a Counter-Strike game.
As long as they have terrorist hunt mode from Rainbow Six Vegas 2.
But this looks like it looks like it looks like the main game mode from Counter-Strike but instead of bomb you've got to extract a hostage.
Yeah.
So
that is basically the hostage mode from Counter-Strike.
I haven't played the hostage mode from Counter-Strike.
You just basically run around the map, free the hostages, try and lead as many to safety as you can. If they get murdered, I can't remember which team loses money. One of the teams loses money.
Probably the counter-terrorists.
Yeah, I think the counter-terrorists aren't supposed to kill the hostages, but if the terrorists can keep them alive at the end of the round and still have them on their team, they get money or something.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I don't really play that much Counter-Strike.
Yeah, so I mean, it looks like a good game, but it just looks like they've adopted. I hope it's not just that.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'll be everybody running around with fucking P90 and you just say terrorists win a lot. And it'll be like, I've done this before.
This seems very familiar to me, sir.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just. Any other surprises? Actually, Tyler wasn't a total prick this year.
Yeah,
I have such a vendetta against her after the last 2 years, where she's just like girl boner. If I had a dick, it would be so hard right now. I'm just like, fuck off.
Well, it's like if you're gonna be obnoxious, but
yeah,
you're also presenting the fucking hour conference that I'm otherwise very interested in, then it's kind of like, oh, I don't want to deal with this shit.
But I mean, this year she came on and she actually acted like a normal
decent human being,
like a normal gaming human being. She didn't come out and be like, "Oh, that game was so good, I've got a girl boner." Blah blah blah. I'm just. She came on and was like, "Actually, that game looked really good. I'm really looking forward to playing it." You know.
Yeah.
In fact, it's like they've got a tech demo. It's like, "Do you mind if I play it?" And they were like, "Oh no, go ahead." And she was like, "Okay, cool." Like playing the game, she's like, "Oh, I like what they do with this bit." She's actually like, obviously, she knows what she's meant to be saying, but. She's also like, it doesn't sound like she's trying to force herself to say it.
Yeah.
She actually seems
she's
like
not forcing her bonus. It's just happening naturally.
It's just sort of like, it's protruding naturally, and it just feels like she actually went there as a gamer instead of you have been paid, shout random things, and have a T-shirt that says #Girlwood on it. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's like maybe she just about scraped enough funds together after presenting last year, and finally this year. She's finished, the hormone treatment. She's finished the surgery, and now she's just girl. There's no boner involved, so she doesn't have to talk about her weird girl.
Yeah, and then you know what? I was happy with that. I mean, they didn't show anything really at the Ubisoft conference.
No.
I mean, the crew got a beta announced. That's fantastic.
I saw a Zelda game somewhere.
That was a Nintendo one. That wasn't Ubisoft.
Ubisoft, famous for publishing Zelda.
Nintendo.
I have to admit, I actively denied the Nintendo conference. I just didn't want to watch it.
Why?
There was just nothing there that I can't foresee anything coming out for Nintendo that I'd want in the near future.
Look, what you don't want another Mario game, another Zelda game, another Pokemon game, another. Trying to think of other Nintendo things that they
announced all of those.
Yep.
Mario Maker, the new Zelda Wii U game.
Mario Maker. We're too lazy to make a Mario game. You did it. That's what that felt like to me.
We forgot how to make Mario games. Now it's your turn.
Yeah,
Fucking
you try and make a good one.
What else was there? There was Super Smash Bros.
Yeah.
Got announced a couple of new characters.
I really don't care.
I'm sad that the only Nintendo game that I would be happy to see happen at the moment would be Metroid.
Yeah,
I fucking love.
I just want to play that fucking ink one where it's like also you can be a squid and swim through your own ink. It's like there's
really
like
random.
3 Japanese stoners explaining this game that for some reason Nintendo published. It's just like what?
It's like I've seen enough.
Yeah. What the fuck is this game? But I'll absolutely play it. It's like, is this a kid's game? I don't know, because it was clearly made by these incredibly high individuals.
Yeah, but that's how most of the best games were made back in the
Yeah.
day. I mean, you look at fucking Mario. It's about a
Yeah.
bloke who jumps down pipes and
And
collects
takes
coins.
mushrooms.
Takes mushrooms. Have you seen the real life Mario thing?
I think
There's a video where like the mushroom comes down and Mario eats it and he's like, "Oh shit!" and he starts like tripping out, completely
Yeah.
tripping out, and it's quite amusing.
dear.
But yeah,
It might be time to wrap up because
Yeah.
we talked for a lot longer than
Yeah.
I thought about E3. Well,
Yeah.
we got sidetracked for about a
We-
million
we-
years
That
about
was
Fallout.
mostly E3. Well,
it was mostly E3 and
Yeah.
digression,
Fallout.
but
Email?
yeah.
maybe
email.
perhaps.
Yeah, I think we'll probably talk more about Steam sales in the near future anyway,
Yeah.
because they're happening. Summer is happening.
Yeah, I mean,
All
they'll,
summer,
they'll
funny
be
enough.
sort of over by the time we get around to our full monthly cast. Hopefully we can get
next
one.
week, isn't it?
Yeah, about then.
How long does it sale
I think it's
last?
only about 10 days or so.
Really?
Yeah, I
The
think
summer
so.
sale, really.
Okay, when
I
I
think
when I
think
get
the
paid, I'm gonna
reason
be
we'll
jumping in.
discuss it again more in the next thing, but I think the reason basically is because in the last like 6 months or so, like since the beginning of 2014, they've slowly introduced a thing where the developers and publishers get to choose when
Yeah.
their games are put on sale, which is why there's always so many sales
Yeah.
recently.
Yeah.
I think because of that, they're kind of not making as much of a big deal of the summer sale this year because
Yeah.
everything's on discount whenever the fuck everybody wants anyway.
Yeah, I don't think that. I think Steam summer sales are going to become lesser and lesser as time goes on.
Mm.
Games are just going to be generally cheaper now on PC,
Yeah.
so they don't see the need to do the sales, which I think is good because people like. There's a lot of people I know that will be like, "Oh, this game has come out. I really want to play it, but I'll wait until summer sales
Yeah.
or the winter sort of Christmas sales." And it's like,
I
yeah,
did that last year.
yeah, I've done that a few times, but it's just like if they just had games that were generally cheap all the time, then more people would be inclined to buy it.
Yeah.
So I'm not sad if the if Steam sales aren't as big, because games are generally getting cheaper now.
Yeah,
anyway,
and
it's
there's regular sales, regular franchise sales, regular
Exactly.
developer
And
sales.
And if you check the sales on the games now, like half of them, like I'm pretty sure they were on sale like no more than a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and they probably had more of a discount as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you get
And
the
I
games
think
of the
maybe
day,
one or
which
two
are
of them
like-
may have
yeah.
been on a bundle at one point
yeah,
as well.
like,
So
you get humble bundles as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's especially in slightly more than last year. There's a lot of competitors different sites that have started doing their own sales, and a lot of sites were doing summer sales a good couple of weeks before the Steam sale. So a lot of people are picking up, especially DRM free copies of games, and it's
Yeah.
like, oh well, or they are Steam keys, so you have the option.
Yeah.
Like the Humble store, because they have that actual Humble store now rather than
Yeah.
just the bundles.
And
Good
most of
old
the time-
games, Greenman Gaming.
With
Loads of
those,
things.
one thing I like about the Humble store is some games are like they have 25% off naturally. Like Octodad is like $11.99 on Steam,
Yeah.
and on Humble store it's $8.99. Same with Broforce.
Mm.
So it's there are deals to be had at all times. As long as you know where to look, you will always find what you're looking for at the right price.
I have like 3 or 4 different sites that have just random bundles attached to them.
And occasionally there's a website that perks up with there's 100 games. If you pick 10 of them and you pay like $15, you get all those games.
Yeah.
And some of the games are alright, and then you just pick a couple of other random games afterwards, and it's just like, yeah, they could be fun. Why
Yeah,
not?
they kind of pick your own model. Things.
Yeah.
They're quite good.
And I quite like those.
But yeah, we'll talk about that more whenever we next cast, because we'll be
Soon,
talking about
probably.
the sort of end of the Steam sales basically.
Yeah, we'll talk about end of sales.
Yes.
Yeah, there'll be like the encore sales and stuff like that. But yeah. So there you go. You have an update and our E3 gripes.
Yeah.
To be honest, there wasn't many E3 gripes in the
No.
end. It was just us digressing
was-
about what should have
Yeah,
happened.
it was us digressing, and also kind of basically E3 was all right. It was nothing particularly spectacular.
Yeah, nothing
Yeah.
special
There was
for
a
me.
few all right things. That was
Yeah.
a shame. Hopefully next year, there might be a bit more innovation. At least some updates on other things. Battlefront, give me
Well,
Battlefront.
listen, I think we're gonna get up next year. Let's do our E3 predictions now. It's the 20th of June. Let's do our E3 2015
Left 4 Dead
predictions.
3.
Half-Life 3 confirmed.
Yeah, I reckon that will happen soon, unfortunately, and it won't be as good as everybody thinks it is.
No.
Unfortunately. But I'm gonna say we're gonna get another update on Battlefront,
One
Yeah.
of the two.
Mirror's Edge. We'll get Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
We'll get the new Halo game.
It might be too early for Fallout in 1 year.
Nah.
But it hasn't just
They might
been
have
1
something.
year. How long is it? When did Skyrim come out? 2011?
Yeah,
12.
but they're like
I
doing
thought it
Doom
was
now,
12.
aren't they?
I'm not sure.
Huh?
They're doing Doom now, aren't they?
Yeah, but
Yeah, but
Doom's
that's
made
not
by
the
id.
same people.
Yeah,
Because
it's-
they bought id, they're making id make it.
Oh, okay.
Basically, it's
Mm.
just
Sort of like what
published
they did
by
with the
Bethesda.
Elder Scrolls Online.
I
Yeah,
reckon it'll be a new Quake game.
yeah, it could be.
Because I mean, Unreal Tournament's making a comeback now, so Twitch shooters are making
Yeah.
a comeback. So
Yeah, I saw a bundle for Unreal Tournament the other day.
Unreal Tournament 2004 is by far one of my favorite games of all time. Another game that I've realized twice in this podcast that there are games that I could honestly say that I know lifed on.
Yeah,
Unreal Tournament 2004 or 2003, one of the two.
we don't know.
I don't know. But and Fallout 3.
Yeah.
I used to be with Unreal Tournament. I used to be quite high in the leaderboards at one point.
He's
And-
He's not bragging, but he is.
He's a bit.
No, it was.
Well, he looks like he's bragging to me.
It's like I was quite high in the leaderboards. I'd like to get to that point again because I enjoyed the shit out of that game.
Yeah.
But it's just I don't have the time nor the competitive spirit to do that anymore.
Mm.
It's just not
Andreas
worth
is
it.
always high on leaderboards.
420
I don't know.
Like
blaze,
you, who just does massive drugs,
massive.
I'm just
Yeah.
tripping away.
licking toes or what the fuck is on it. He keeps tripping
Hallucinogenic
over amphibians
toes.
for some reason. We don't know why.
God
a
damn it,
problem.
Cindy! Look
It's
out!
the best way to get high.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll end this on a quick note from Cindy about E3.
God damn it,
That
Cindy.
pretty much sums it up, to be honest.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for listening, guys, and we have been Beefy Sandwich. Good night.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Tits.
Winter Ho.